Stampers, I'm Sherry from Mother and Daughter Stamping, and today I want to do a video on showing you the technique of shadow stamping. This is the card we're going to do today. What I found is you usually need a stamp that is a more solid stamp, not so much of a line stamp. The ones that I end up using, and my friend, and we're going to use this one right here, the plant, and I think it's Create a Cupcake. And actually what we're going to use out of this is this cloud. Well, it's actually the top of a cupcake, but for us today it's going to be a cloud. I have already started and pre-stamped our card. This is the base, which is, I used our tulip framing embossing folder and just ran it through the Big Shot, and that's going to be our card base. Now here is the part that we're going to do the shadow technique. Here I stamped it with a green, and I used Bashful Blue on the clouds. After I stamped that, then I went over it with Versamark and embossed it with white embossing powder, and just a little bit over so you can create this shadow technique. Now I left one of the clouds to do yet, so I'll show you how to do that. We'll just take the top of the cupcake for our cloud, and we're going to take our Versamark and stamp this up. What we want to do, since mine is, especially since mine is a wood stamp and it's hard to get the placement, so when you want the placement really to work out good for you, I use our Stampin'. First of all, you butt this up to the T on here. You take your stamp, a dark stamp, it doesn't really matter, just so you can see it on here. It doesn't have to be great stamping, it's just for placement. And you stamp it right here in the corner, which I have already done. You take your picture that you want to have the good placement on, and you line it up. And if you see here, just have a little bit of blue on the right hand side to create the shadow. My Stampin' jig, line it up there. Then I can remove the sheet and put it right up here in the corner and stamp it. There you go. Now we're going to use our white embossing powder. I use just a folded sheet of scrap paper, just works the easiest for me. And you take your white embossing powder and sprinkle it on. Shake it off. Okay, now we're going to use a heat gun and heat emboss. There we go. Okay, and we've created all our shadows. Alright, you can see the shadow, but you know, it's not great. It's still not popping out like you want it to. So the next step that we're going to do is sponging. And we're going to use the same colors that I stamped with, the original ones. So I'm going to do green for the plant and blue for the sky. So I'm using the Bashful Blue. We're going to do the sky first. And remember, when you're sponging, it's better to start out light. You can always come back and put more on, but you can't take it off. So we're going to start it here on the clouds up here. It's starting to pop out a little bit better now. We're going to work on the plant. And this one I'm going to use Old Olive. This is a little darker ink, so do it even lighter than before. All around the plant. Okay, now I'm going to use a Post-it note, and we're going to put it along here, on your horizon, and we're going to do some more sponging on there, just around the edge of your Post-it note. We're going to take it, move it down a little bit, do some again just around the edge. kind of give the impression of a rolling hill or meadow. There you go. Now we can still, one more step, use a paper towel or a soft cloth. The white embossing does act as a resist to the ink, but there still might be a little bit on the top of it. Rub any excess that might be on it off. And the next thing that I did was I have what we call an embosslet, and it's called Beautiful Wings. What it is, it's just a bunch of different little butterflies. It's an excellent way to use up your scraps. As you can see, that's what I have here. And you just run it through your Big Shot and you've got them all ready, cut out and embossed. Then you glue this onto your card, and you could take these little butterflies, and I usually bend them up like that and then just glue them on the bottom, and you place them on. It makes them look like they're about ready to fly off the page. Okay? And then, of course, you can always put rhinestones or pearls on it. Like I put rhinestones on this one. And then, of course, you don't want to forget the inside of your card. That's it. That's my card. I had lots of fun. I hope you try this technique someday. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.